Mark McCloskey will, though. He now faces 4 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine for the crime of defending himself when no one else would. Mark McCloskey joins us tonight. Mark, thanks so much for coming on. I can't imagine how you feel, like you've woken up in a country you don't recognize. Tell us where you are right now legally, if you would.
Well, it's a totally upside-down world, Tucker. The people that broke into my neighborhood, they're all trespassing. The guy that recruited it, that planned this event, said the next day that he intended to break the law, that it was he needed to break laws in order to send his message. None of those people are arrested. None of those people are charged. The prosecutor, the circuit attorney, has apparently decided that her job as a prosecutor isn't to keep us safe from criminals, but to keep the criminals safe from us. It's a bizarre, upside-down world. I've been a little irritated by this process until today. Now I'm just flat out pissed off. I mean, this has gotten to be outrageous.
Well, you should be afraid, too. I mean, the force of the state is coming down on you for exercising the most basic right that exists. It's a natural right, the right of self-defense. Are you going to stay in a place that seeks to put you in prison for defending yourself?
You know, everybody has to stand up and do what's right. And I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be intimidated. The left, the mob, uses social intimidation and threats to get people to knuckle under and apologize for doing what's right. And we're not going to apologize for doing what's right. We're not going to back down, and we're not going to move. People need to stand up, wake up, and recognize this for what it is. It's a concerted effort to destroy our way of life, to change the fundamental basic social contract, to do away with capitalist democracy and replace it with mob rule, encouraging violence, protecting the criminals, and prosecuting people that try to defend themselves against it. It's a bizarro world. It's time for people to wake up and pay attention to it.
Has anyone explained what you are supposed to do in a situation where the police would not respond, they would not come to protect you despite the fact you pay them, and private security wouldn't come either, probably for fear of being sued? What were you supposed to do once people break in and start threatening you?
Well, you know, what various commentators have suggested is we should have just gone inside and filmed them with our cell phones. Well, do you want to have 300 people inside your house breaking stuff, setting fires, and killing you, or would you rather stop them when they're outside? We chose to stop them from coming in.
What's going to happen now? I mean, do you have a fear of going to prison?
You know, I don't know. I have very little familiarity with the criminal process. We've gotten support now from the White House on down, Governor Parsons, the Senator, Eric Schmidt, our Attorney General. It seems like the only person in the United States that thinks we did something wrong is our circuit attorney, but she's the same person that let out of jail everybody that was responsible for the looting and fires and destruction following the George Floyd death in the city of St. Louis. The only people that she wants to prosecute are the people that defended themselves against it, and nobody else, to my knowledge.
So you've been a target of crime. You haven't backed down. You've gone on television repeatedly. People know where you live. And the state has now confiscated your firearms, so you can't protect yourself. On what grounds did they do that? Those were legally registered, as far as I understand.
Yeah, I guess the technicality of the law is they have to determine whether or not the weapons were readily capable of being, fatal or causing serious bodily harm, and so they have to take them and test them and that sort of thing. And there'll be some revelations that come out about that. But the bottom line is that the police. I've said this before. The police that came out to issue the warrant didn't want to have to do it. They knew that they were just doing their job. They were very polite about it. But nonetheless, you're right. I mean, they present the mob to our door and then strip us of our ability to defend against it.
It's almost unbelievable. I appreciate your coming on tonight, and Godspeed to you and your wife, and we'll be following this, of course. Mark McCloskey, thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.